RUWAN BAGAJA. There was once a small village in the heart of the Hausa kingdom, where the people lived peacefully and happily. The village was surrounded by lush green forests and crystal-clear rivers that provided the villagers with everything they needed to thrive. But there was one thing that set this village apart from all the others in the kingdom: the magical spring known as RUWAN BAGAJA. RUWAN BAGAJA was said to be a fountain of youth, a source of endless life and vitality. It was rumored that anyone who drank from its waters would be granted eternal youth and beauty. The villagers revered RUWAN BAGAJA and believed it to be a gift from the gods. One day, a young maiden named Aisha went to the spring to fetch water for her family. As she dipped her bucket into the cool, clear waters of RUWAN BAGAJA, she saw her reflection in the pool and was struck by her own beauty. She thought of all the stories she had heard about the magical powers of the spring, and a daring idea began to form in her mind. Aisha decided that she wanted to test the powers of RUWAN BAGAJA for herself. She scooped up a handful of water and drank deeply, closing her eyes and waiting for the magic to take effect. But nothing happened. Disappointed, she sighed and went back to her village, thinking that the stories of RUWAN BAGAJA were nothing more than fairy tales. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Aisha began to notice something strange happening to her. Her skin grew smoother, her hair shinier, and her eyes brighter. She felt a surge of energy coursing through her veins, and her youth seemed to be renewed with each passing day. Aisha realized with growing wonder that the stories of RUWAN BAGAJA were true. She had been granted eternal youth and beauty. News of Aisha's transformation spread like wildfire through the village, and soon people from all over the kingdom came to see the magical spring for themselves. They drank from its waters and were amazed to find themselves looking and feeling younger and more vibrant than ever before. RUWAN BAGAJA became a place of pilgrimage, a sacred site where people came to seek the fountain of youth. But as more and more people flocked to the village, the waters of RUWAN BAGAJA began to run dry. The once abundant spring dwindled to a mere trickle, and the villagers grew worried. Without the magical waters of RUWAN BAGAJA, would they lose their eternal youth and beauty? Aisha knew that something had to be done to save the spring. She consulted with the village elders and together they came up with a plan. They decided to dig a series of underground tunnels that would channel water from the nearby rivers to replenish RUWAN BAGAJA. It was a difficult and dangerous task, but the villagers worked tirelessly day and night to ensure the survival of the magical spring. After weeks of hard work, the tunnels were finally completed, and the waters of RUWAN BAGAJA began to flow once more. The villagers rejoiced as the spring was restored to its former glory, and they thanked Aisha for her wisdom and courage in saving their most precious treasure. From that day on, RUWAN BAGAJA became not just a fountain of youth, but a symbol of resilience and unity for the village. The people lived in harmony with the magical spring, respecting its power and protecting it for future generations to enjoy. And Aisha, the young maiden who had dared to test the powers of RUWAN BAGAJA, was hailed as a heroine and a guardian of the spring for all time.